Very good. With that, I said that we'll begin with integration. First process I want to do, initiating process, because many other processes refer to charter. In fact, yeah, we'll do only charter. Then we'll go to next knowledge area. So before that, project selection methods. When you are talking about project, your organization takes up projects based on what? They must be doing feasibility study. They must be checking like multiple opportunities are available. Which opportunity, which project to take. So those are project selection methods. What you really need to understand is what project selection method, which project selection method works for you. In the examination, you do not, I repeat, you do not need to understand how to calculate that. So if I am talking about IRR, internal rate of return, I'll give you some thumb rules. Remember those thumb rules and you will be able to answer the questions. You don't need to know how to calculate IRR. We very quickly will go through it, but will not go through it in depth. Especially on this, I see a lot of confusion on the various forums on internet. There are many questions floating about, talking about calculating the IRR, calculating the present value, calculating the NPV. Not required actually. If you understand that for IRR, higher interest you get, the better. That anyone knows, right? Higher present value, the better. You know that. So if you know that, you will be able to answer the questions. Beyond that, if at all you really want to understand how they are calculated in depth, please feel free to send me a well-formed question. If you take any question from internet, ensure that the question is correct. Okay, many times the questions are not correct. Like he tells me a question, I tell him, then he tells another person. So by the time it comes to net, the data gets mutilated. So I'm fine with you sending me any question of how to calculate this, how to arrive at the conclusion, anytime. You can send an email to me, expect answer in a day's time. And it's okay to call me and tell me, email, check your email, I have sent you one question, it's okay. Then it's okay to come to Thane office and discuss with me. But do not prepare that for your examination. Don't waste your preparation time in that. So if you, for integration, if there are 10 hours required, those 10 hours you will not focus on that. Besides those 10 hours, it's okay. Coming here now. Benefit cost ratio. What is benefit cost ratio? If I am investing 100 rupees in a project and I am getting back 90 rupees from the project, that's one case. So what is my cost? 100. And the benefits that I am getting from the project? 90. So 90 by 100. 0.9 is the benefit cost ratio of project 1. Another project, I invest 100 rupees and I get back 110 rupees. So what is my benefit cost ratio? 1.1. Now consider only two cases. Which is the one that you want to select? You want to get those 10 rupees or lose those 10 rupees? Obviously you want to get those 10 rupees, right? So this, if you understand this, you will be able to solve the questions. Higher the better for benefit cost ratio. Just mark an upwards arrow there to remember. Okay. Now let me give you one more example of different case. I have 100 rupees. I invest in a project. I get back 9 rupees. My 100 rupees are on top of it, like or rather, to use the same terms, I get back 109 rupees. So, do we take that project or not? You will? Are you sure? I keep those 100 rupees in bank and I am getting 110 rupees. Now, you will not, right? Why? Because from you are not getting worth or equal to prevailing bank rates. That is the concept of economic value add. You would prefer to keep that in bank. You are getting 1 rupee more per 100 rupees, right? So, when your economic value add of your project is more than prevailing bank rates, you can take that project. This questions on this type of cases can be made slightly complicated. I'll give one question for you. Economic value add for project A is 9. Economic value add for project B is 10. And economic value add on project C is 8. Okay, I'll give you the kind of questions that you get. Which is the one that you are doing? 9 wala, 10 wala, 8 wala? Who is going to do 8 wala? Nobody. 9 wala? Nobody. So you will, all of us, and I will go for that 10. So, can you tell me now, if I'm saying EVA, economic value added, is 10, then my interest rate, prevailing interest rate, is 10 or less? Less. Then only I'll take it, otherwise I'll not. So here also, up arrow. Higher EVA, the better. If the question is referring to EVA, higher the better.